I don't know how to file my notes. How do you make notes that are actually effective? Make a video on how you file your notes. You ask, I answer. This is exactly how I file my notes. This will work if you're at school, if you're at university, if you're at college, whatever it may be. I'm going to show you exactly what I do, why I do it, and tell you why it is effective. Before I get started with this video, I want to say a massive thank you to today's sponsor, UPDF. As a student, one of the most difficult things that I have had to do is figure out how to edit a PDF. Copy and pasting is a nightmare. Trying to convert between programs, it's so difficult, it's such an arduous process, or at least it was until I started using UPDF. This powerful PDF editor uses AI to help, saves me so much time, streamlines the process, and there are so many features that I can use in each one of my modules for every single one of my subjects. As you can see here, there are a variety of tools on UPDF. You can convert to PDF, convert from PDF, which is really helpful at university because some lecturers give their slides as PowerPoints, some as PDFs, and you want them all in the same format. Instead of reading through all of this, I'm going to get the PDF AI assistant to summarize everything. I can just tell it what to do like a human and it automatically does exactly what I say. This saves me so much time and effort. Annotating and editing is also a breeze, which you understand is incredibly rare when you're working with PDF. If you're a student like me, click the link in the description to check out UPDF today. Without further ado, let me explain how I make my notes. First thing I will do is download the lecture slides and paste them into OneNote, and then I will go to the lecture and annotate the slides as I'm going along. If you bear in mind that all of these slides are being covered in an hour and a half, there is absolutely no way that I am going to make good detailed notes on them. By making notes in this manner, I'm able to pick up on what the lecturer is saying instead of just copying off the slides. And this is really important because they give you additional information. So this can be really helpful for when you're revising. However, when the lecture is finished, I will tend to create a summary. So here you can see that I've basically taken the key points from the lecture and summarized them. This is much shorter than the lecture slides. Granted, it's still relatively long. Picking out the key points and avoiding all of the descriptive stuff. So this is going to be really helpful to help me consolidate my knowledge and for when I'm revising. In addition, if there's anything really difficult in the lecture, I will just copy and paste that one slide and then annotate it in more detail. So for example, I didn't understand that and I made a note of it in the lecture. Then, after a few days, I will attempt the problem set. I understand that you might not have homework or you might not have to do the problem set, but it will be really helpful to help you understand whether or not you could apply this in an exam setting. So I'm just copy and pasting the questions and then doing my working out here. And then naturally, when you go to the class and you go over the homework, or if you go to an office hour, or if you go to your teacher and ask if it was correct, if it wasn't correct, you can put what you got wrong in a different colour so that when you come to revise, you understand what questions you got right and what you got wrong and what you missed out and how you can get more marks. Though we're still not done quite yet, you want to be creating your revision resources. A lot of people I know use Anki, however, I really like Gizmo because for my more content-dense modules, so for example, education policy, it will just make these flashcards for me. However, I can make my own flashcards for when it's something quite financial like this. So in summary, at university, when I go to the lecture, I will annotate the lecture slides, and then I will find a time within the week to go over what I did in the lecture and summarize it in my own words. Essentially make a cheat sheet. I will also find time in the week to create revision resources like flashcards, remembering that I don't need a flashcard on everything and that you can utilize technology to save yourself time and effort. I make sure I do the homework and the problem set for every single module, so every single subject, so that I do not fall behind. Because then if there is anything that I don't understand or I don't get or I need to go over again, I can go to my teacher, I can go to my module lead, my lecturer, whoever it may be, probably office hours, and I can ask those questions then and there so that I am able to get those marks in the exam. If you like this video and you found it helpful, be sure to like and subscribe because I'm going to be posting my top study tips and tricks every single day. Bye guys!